I'm talking to Dr. Joe Congini today at Akron Children's Hospital about concussions. And the reality is, unfortunately, so many athletes suffer from them. It's pretty common. You're doing a lot of research right here at the hospital. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, thanks for your interest in it. Thanks for coming today, Holly. One of the things early in my career, I got into sports medicine. I thought I'm going to be checking all these knee injuries and shoulder injuries and everything. And then all of a sudden, one of the injuries that was really concerning to us was head injuries, concussions. And they don't act the same way all the time. So there were a lot of questions about how best to treat them in the last 20 years. And we're trying to help answer some of those at Akron Children's by doing research.
That's great.
We have several studies going right now, but one that I get asked about a lot that we're a little bit further along is a thing called the Cool Cap study. And what we're doing is we're cooling the brain, decreasing blood flow to the brain to see if we can reduce symptoms by doing so. And we just in the past week got some of the information from the pilot phase. You have to do a pilot phase first to see if it works and how it's going. We've done our first 60 patients, and it's really dramatically beneficial. I have to come right out and say we're really happy with some of the results of reducing symptoms in some of our student athletes that had cool treatment after their concussion.
That's great.
Yeah.
What are some of the other common treatments for concussions?
Well, that's one of the things that's really kind of frustrating about concussion, and I think for a lot of parents and athletes why they didn't seek medical attention like they do for other things, because they kind of knew, hey, there isn't anything out there, there isn't like a medicine or an antibiotic you give me or something for this. But that has changed in the last decade too. We've looked at different ways. There's a thing called brain rest related to, and then return to learn related to school. Some of the things you do in school can actually cause the symptoms to worsen, and so there is some degree of discussion about reducing the amount of hyperstimulation or stimulation to the brain for a short period of time. Now new evidence is getting people going in the first 48 to 72 hours on doing some light aerobic activity helps increase the blood flow to the brain and really helps kids recover a little bit quicker. So we're learning a lot about the treatment in the first week or 10 days, and that's part of really what we're trying to study.
If a student undergoes a concussion,
yeah,
are there things that they have to worry about down the line after recovery?
That's the whole thing of what happened in the 2000s. Is before that the myth was everything is just a transient problem, everybody recovers 100%, and then we started to look at kids that had had repeat concussions or significant concussions, and we saw that there are complications down the line. And so the scariest thing I think out there for parents and families and things is the concussions do have some longer term consequences.
Yeah.
And so it's really incumbent upon us, really important for us as the medical team, to try to get kids better as soon as we can.
Yeah.
And that's why cooling the brain may be something really helpful in the future.
So you're doing this research. Are you still looking for participants?
We are, yeah. Thank you. So we have a little pause here at the time of the pilot, but we're in the process of recruiting some other hospitals like ours in the area for a multi-center study so we can get big numbers so we can go back to people and say, hey, this is really beneficial here and here's how you do it, and you have to learn from research.
Well, Doctor, thank you and Akron Children's Hospital for everything that you are doing.
Thanks, Holly.